Hi everyone, it's Bitesize CG, learn 3D by taking small bites. In this tutorial we're going to finish up our render. So first up, we're gonna hide this background for now. So we're gonna select it and we're going to hide it. And next thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to front view of the X-Wing and we're gonna apply all the modifiers that we created for our objects. So first up is gonna be our cockpit. We're gonna go to modifiers here and we're just gonna apply it. For example, if you go to edit mode, you see that we created, as you remember, only half of it and the other half was created automatically for us. So now we're gonna just make everything one mesh. So we're gonna apply it, and if you go now to edit mode, you see that everything is one object. And we're gonna do the same with the wings. We're just gonna apply them, and that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna go and separate the wings. So we're gonna select the wings, and we're gonna go to limit selection view, and we're gonna select one wing, and we're gonna press P and press selection. And now we separated the lower wings. We're gonna do the same with the upper wings. So we're gonna press B, select the wing, and press P. Now we're gonna go to front view again, and we're gonna set the wings in flight mode. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna select one wing and we're gonna rotate it, and we're gonna position it more or less like in the reference photo. So rotate every wing like this, just a bit like this. Rotate this one and this one. We're pretty much done with this part. So we have our X-Wing in flight mode. We have all our textures. So we're gonna select the X-Wing and we're gonna duplicate it so that we have something more like the original image, what we created, so we can add one or two more X-Wings. So we're gonna shift D, we're gonna go to image like camera mode, and we're gonna go Alt H so that we bring back our camera also. We can hide the background so we can position the camera a bit more dramatic. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna do that. Something like this. We're gonna move it back a bit, rotate it a bit up, and something like this, or as you would like it. So we're gonna take the second X-Wing, we're gonna scale it down a bit, and we're gonna position somewhere in the background. So take it, go to front view, just rotate it a bit, and go to side view, rotate it up a bit. So let's see. It looks okay. We can rotate it back a bit. So that's quite okay. And we can change our angle a bit. Okay, something like that. Okay, we can also add some planets, give this space some atmosphere, as you would say it. So we're gonna select and add a new mesh. We're gonna go to UV sphere, press T and smooth it out so that it looks more like a planet. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna apply a new material, and we're gonna go to node editor here, and we're gonna do the same thing as we did with the background, but more simple. So we're gonna go color, add a color ramp, we're gonna connect it, and we're gonna add a noise texture, and we're gonna connect these two. And you see in the preview, it looks more like a moon. We can make the contrast a bit bigger, something around that area, and we can play around with the scale. So we can put 4, and we can play around with it. Also, what you can do is duplicate this one. We're gonna do 2, and we're gonna delete this material. We're gonna add a new one, and we're gonna do just the same thing. Color ramp, connected, and noise texture. Also connected. But this time we're gonna just change the colors here. So we're gonna play around. We're gonna do like a habited planet. So we're gonna select some kind of a green. Can make it lighter, and we can scale this one up. Something like that, or you can play around and make it better. And this one we're gonna make it something bluish, so that we give the illusion that the planet has some water. And we can also play around the scale here. Let's see, we can add some more details or not. Okay, that's quite enough with the planets. Now if we go to camera view, we're gonna position them. We're gonna position this one a bit further. We can scale it up, and we can put it behind our X-Wing. We can move this one here, and this one, scale it down, or something like that. Or you can play around with the position of the camera. Let's see. It looks a bit more nice like this. So one other thing we can play around with is go into edit mode. We're gonna select one edge, and we're gonna duplicate it. We're gonna scale it up, and we're gonna extrude it and scale it up so that we give this planet some rings. So you don't see it right now, but if we rotate it like this, you can see the rings. You can add more if you want, but 1 it's okay, or 2. I'm gonna leave it to 1. So if we bring back everything, we're gonna check if everything is okay. And we're gonna try to select this X-Wing, only the X-Wing, and we're gonna bring it in front of it. So let's see. We can make the background a bit brighter. We're gonna go into node editor, and we're gonna go to world, and we're gonna just play around with the light here, with the strength of our HDRI, and it's quite okay. We're gonna close that one up, and we're gonna make this X-Wing a bit bigger, and we're gonna change the rotation of it just a bit. Okay, that looks better. So that's pretty much it with our composition. Now we're gonna go to this side, and we're gonna go to this part. If you look carefully here, if you don't use denoising, and if you don't use enough samples, I'm gonna show you a bit later, you're gonna have a lot of points like this on your render. They're called fireflies. So what we're gonna do to get rid of those when we're gonna render, so we're gonna check here denoising. Now if we go to, let's select our camera, we're gonna select our camera, and we can put some focus on what is going to focus our camera. So select camera, select this one here where it's focus, and we're gonna select the X-Wing, and we're gonna put here a radius of 1, so that the focus is only on this part, and the background is, you can see it, but it's a bit blurry. It looks more real like that. And the final thing what we're gonna do is you can change the resolution of your image here, and here we're gonna go up to 100 full resolution. When we have rendered it out, we have a crisp image. We're gonna set to compression to 0. You can press and select what kind of result you want. PNG, what kind of what else? We can go to not performance, sampling, and here it makes the image look better, so you can play around with this value. It depends on how powerful your machine is. I'm gonna set it to 250. So now what we need to do is, first of all, before you try to render anything, it depends on your laptop or computer, but it's always a good idea to save almost all of your moves. So we're gonna save Control S, we're gonna save our project, and then we're just gonna press render here. So we're gonna press render, and now it starts to render, and we're gonna wait up. I'm gonna speed this process up, so I'm gonna only show you the result. So we kind of messed up with the render here, but I quite like it. I think when we went to the camera and selected the radius, we should put the size something like 0.1, 0.1, but I'm not gonna do that because I kind of like this look. But if you want to make it something a bit more decent, or okay, if you don't like it like that, we just 0.01 or something bigger until you get something that you like. So this is pretty much it for this tutorial series. If you have any suggestions of any kind of tutorials, I'm gonna focus on low poly right now, but if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. I'm gonna read them. And thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed or checked out my other videos, please check them in. I'm gonna leave a link in the comment section below, and leave a like to this video, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next tutorial series. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna bring up next, so see you next time. Bye.